Dear students, today I am going to teach you an interesting topic. Can you guess? Okay, I'll show you some things. I have some containers here. This is sprinkles and this is shuttlecock. To buy this, we need to spend rupees 99, and here there are 6 cocks, and to buy this we need 1040 rupees. So what we need? We need money to buy these products. So we are going to discuss about money, which is chapter number 11. The system of money that a country uses is its currency. So I have some currencies that is used in India. This is currency of 10 rupees, this is 100 rupees, and this is a new note of 100 rupees, and this is 500 rupees note. So let's see some currencies of other countries too. Children, this is a currency of Saudi Arabia, this is a currency of Kuwait, this is a currency of Oman, this is also a currency of Oman, this is the currency of Sri Lanka, this is the currency of Singapore, this is the currency of Korea, this is the currency of Bangladesh, this is also a currency of Bangladesh, this is a currency of Qatar, this is a currency of Brazil, this is also a currency of Brazil, this is a currency of China, this is a currency of Jordan, this is the currency of United States of America. I will show some Indian currencies now. This is an old 1 rupee note, this is also a 1 rupee note, this is a 2 rupee note, this is an old 10 rupees note, this is an old 100 rupees note. These notes you might have seen. This is 100 rupee note and this is the latest 100 rupee note. Children, these are the coins of India and all these are 5 rupee coins. Okay, and you can see the images of Indira Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Ravindranath Tagore, Lal Bahadur Shastri, etc. So children, in this video we would learn about money, as I already told you. So under this we would learn about units of money, and under the units we would learn conversion of rupees into paise and conversion of paise into rupees. We would also learn about operations on money. What are the operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We would learn about the unitary method and some real life applications related to money. So children, let's move on to our first topic, which is units of money. So you already know that 100 paise is equal to 1 rupee. 100 paise makes 1 rupee. So it can be written as 100p. Instead of paise we can represent it as p. It is equal to rupees 1, and this is the symbol for rupees. And for example, if the cost of one notebook is rupees 2050 paise, then we can represent it as this. Okay, we can write it as rupees 20.50. So this is rupees and this is paise. Okay. So children, we learned about the units. So now let's learn the conversion of rupees into paise. So here I have a question to convert rupees 76.12 into paise. So this is 76 rupees 12 paise. So we should convert this into paise. Okay. So take this rupees part, rupees 76 first, and convert this to paise, and then add that to the given paise. Okay. So let's start. We already know that 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise. So what will be 76 rupees? 76 rupees you should multiply by 100 to convert this to paise. So rupees 76 will be 76 into 100 paise. What is this? This is 7600 paise. Now we converted rupees to paise. Okay. Now what is remaining? We should just add this to 12. So 7600 plus 12. So what is that? So we get it as 7612 paise. So 76 rupees 12 paise is equal to 7612 paise. So children, we learned the conversion of rupees into paise, isn't it? Now let's see the conversion of paise into rupees. Okay. So I have a question here. 2030 paise. We should convert this into rupees. So how to do that? We should divide the given amount by 100. So here we have 2030 paise. So if we divide the given value by 100, we can easily convert this to rupees. Okay. So 2030 by 100. Now how to do this? Here you see we have 2 zeros here, isn't it? So first write the given number as it is here, and since there are 2 zeros, put a point after 2 digits from this side. Okay. Or else you can divide the given number by 100 and write the quotient and remainder together, separated by a point. So this will be the quotient and this is the remainder. Okay. So this is how we convert paise into rupees. Now this is rupees 2030 paise. Okay. I have one more example here, 320 paise. Now to convert this to rupees, see here we have 100 in the denominator. There are 2 zeros. So write the numerator as it is. Since there are 2 zeros, put a point after 2 digits from this side. Okay. Now this is 3 rupees 20 paise. Got it? We learnt about units of money, isn't it? Now let's see the operations on money. So the first operation we are going to learn is addition. Okay. Let's add money now. Here I have 304 rupees 29 paise plus 54 rupees 37 paise. So now how to add it? It is the normal way of addition, but remember to place the point in a straight line. Okay. Here I have 304.29. Okay. Now the second number is 54.37, isn't it? Now place the point in a straight line here. Now let's start to add. Okay. Start from here. What is 9 plus 7? It is 16. So write 6 here and 1 as carry. Again add 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, and place the point in a straight line down. Now what is 4 plus 4? It is 8. 0 plus 5 is 5, and 3 you can write as this down. So the answer is rupees 358.66 paise. So children, I have a 50 paise coin here, 25 paise and 25 paise. So when you add all these, we get 100 paise, which makes 1 rupees. So children, I have 2 20 paise coin and 1 10 paise coin. So when you add 20 plus 20, we get 40, 40 plus 10, we get 50 paise. So children, I have 1 rupee coin, 50 paise, 25 paise, 20 paise and 5 paise. So 1 rupee plus all these coins, we get 1 rupee, which makes 2 rupees in total. So children, let's move to the second operation, which is subtraction. Okay, here I have a question. 592 rupees 84 paise minus 389 rupees 67 paise. Now how to subtract? We should subtract in the normal way itself. Okay, but remember to put the points as I told for addition also. Here write the rupees first, then paise separated by points. Okay, now here we have 4 and 7, isn't it? 4 is smaller than 7, so we should borrow from here. So this 8 becomes 7 and this 4 becomes 14. Now 14 minus 7 is 7 and 7 minus 6 is 1. Then place the point here. Next, here we have 2 and 9, so we have to borrow from here. So this becomes 12 and 9 becomes 8. 12 minus 9 is 3 and 8 minus 8 is 0 and 5 minus 3 is 2. So the answer is 203 rupees 17 paise. We learned about addition as well as subtraction. Now let's move on to multiplication. Okay, here I have a question. Rupees 611.89 paise into 7. Okay, so we can do as normal multiplication itself. So let's start. Here this is the part for rupees and this is for paise. So 9 into 7 is 63. Write 3 here and 6 as carry. Now 7 8s are 56. 56 plus 6 is 62. So write 2 here, put the point and write 6 above. Now 1 into 7 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. So write 3 here and 1 here. Now 1 into 7 is 7. 7 plus 1, 8. Now 6 into 7. It is 42. So the answer is 4,283 rupees 23 paise. Now let's move on to the last operation, which is division. Okay, so here I have rupees 7.44 divided by 6. 7 rupees 44 paise divided by 6. So in the case of division, what you have to do is remove the points like this. Okay, it becomes 744 and then do the division. So let's start. Here 1 into 6 is 6. When you subtract, we get 7 minus 6, 1. Bring this 4 down, it becomes 40. Now 2 into 6 is 12. Now 4 minus 2 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now bring this 4 down, it becomes 24. Now 6 4s are 24. So we get the remainder as 0. Now I got 124 in the place of quotient. Now see the point 44 after 2 digits. So put the point after 2 digits. So the answer is 1 rupee 24 paise. Let's move on to our next topic, which is unitary method. In this method, if we know the value of one item, we can find value of certain number of items. For example, I have 5 diaries here. Okay, if the cost of 5 diaries in total is rupees 250, can you find the cost of 6 diaries? For that, find the cost of one diary first. Okay, so for 5 diaries it is 250. So what is the cost of one diary? It is 250 by 5. 250 divided by 5. So you get 50 rupees. So the cost of one diary is 50 rupees. So what will be the cost of 6 diaries? It is 50 into 6. So first you should divide the given value with the number of items and then multiply the cost of one item with the one which is asked. Okay. So children, let's see one question from unitary method. Okay. This is a question from exercise 11.3, question number 1. The question is 5 kg of potatoes cost rupees 90. How much will Priya pay to buy 15 kg of potatoes? Okay. So the cost of 5 kg is rupees 90. So from this we can find the cost of 1 kg of potatoes. So after finding that, it's easy to find the cost of 50 kg of potatoes. So the cost of 1 kg of potatoes is 90 by 5. Here we have 90 and 5 kg. So 90 by 5 we get rupees 18. So the cost of 1 kg of potatoes is rupees 18. So we got this. Now what is remaining? To find the cost of 15 kg of potatoes. So to find that, multiply 15 by 18. So when you multiply 18 and 15, we get rupees 270. So the cost of 15 kg of potatoes is rupees 270. So children, now let's move on to a real life application related to money. Okay. Here I have a question from exercise 11.4, question number 2. The question is, Sarida bought a geometry box for rupees 48.50 paise and a pen for rupees 15.75 paise. She gave the shopkeeper 7 10-rupee notes. So the question is, how much she gave and how much she got back. So the first question is easy. How much she gave? How much she gave? She gave 7 10-rupee notes. 7 10-rupee makes 70 rupees. So she gave to the shopkeeper 70 rupees. So the next question is, how much she got back? So to find this, we should find the total money for geometry box as well as pen. So for that we should add the cost of geometry box and pen, and after getting that we can subtract this from the total money spent. Okay, let's start. So the total money spent is rupees 48.50 plus rupees 15.75 paise. So we should add it as usual. 0 plus 5 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12, write 2 here, and 1 as carry, and when you add 1 plus 8 plus 5 we get 14. Write 4 here and 1 as carry, and 1 plus 4 plus 1 we get 6. Okay, so the total cost is 64 rupees 25 paise. Now how much did she get back? So to find that, we should subtract total money spent and the total amount for geometry boards and the pen. So when you subtract, we get 5.75, that is 5 rupees 75 paise. Okay, so she got back 5 rupees 75 paise and she gave to the shopkeeper at first rupees 70. So children, I have one more question from money in real life. Okay, the question is, Shyam buys 9 bars of chocolate for a party. 1 bar costs rupees 21.75 paise. How much does he spend? So we have the cost of 1 bar of chocolate. So it's easy to find the cost of 9 bars of chocolate. So the cost of 1 bar of chocolate is given as 21 rupees 75 paise. So what is the cost of 9 bar of chocolates? It is 21 rupees 75 paise into 9. So when you multiply, we get it as 9 5s are 45. Write 5 here and 4 as carry. 7 9s are 63. 63 plus 4 is 67. Write 7 here and put 6 here. And 1 into 9 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. Write 5 here and 1. And 9 2s are 18 plus 1, 19. So remember to put the point in the correct place. So the cost of 9 bar of chocolates is rupees 195.75 paise. So children, in this video we learned about money, isn't it? We learned about units of money, the operations of money, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We learned about unitary method and some real life applications related to money. Hope you have understood. So take care. Bye.